Oop, take two. And indeed, it is a big warm welcome to the Ice House tonight, the Scott Mobile Pioneers and the Frankston Bayside Blues. And Bob Brown, looking at the players warming up behind us, the Pioneers tonight giving away a lot of height.
Certainly, Jim. I think they might have to get out the step ladders or get out a few kneecap implements.
OK, late change in the Pioneers side, no Ray DeWitt.
No, that's certainly going to affect us, especially with the height there. Ray's certainly been a strength in defence and rebounding, and certainly can put a few points in. OK, statistically it doesn't look good for the Pioneers tonight. They've got the second best defensive record in the conference, have the Frankston Bayside Blues, and yet they outscore us 108 to 96 on average. Yes, doesn't look good at all. I'm going to go against you tonight anyway. I really think that we're looking down the barrel, but I still think it'll be a good game. The Pioneers won't give up, but I don't think they'll get there.
I disagree with you, Bob. I think Ricky Simpson will have another big one, and Jeff Hart is due for a big point-scoring night in front of the hometown crowd.
Well, I really hope you're right, Jim, but I don't really think it'll happen.
And a special cheerio tonight before we take our seats and the big game gets underway to a stalwart of the Pioneers and for Mount Gambier basketball in general, to Bill Cook. Bill up in the Mount Gambier Hospital, not feeling all that well at the moment. Billy, the boys will have a big one for you tonight. Settle back, enjoy the action, a short timeout, and we'll be back with the tip-off at the Ice House.
Honeycomb covered in real Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Change the colour of your day with Crunchy.
Ford light truck sales have soared, and to keep sales moving, Ford dealers will go on cutting sales tax out of every Courier and Econovan deal. Factory bonuses have been extended to provide the tax break truck buyers need. It's your chance to save thousands on Courier and Econovan. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. And don't forget, business buyers, June 30th is also your last chance to get a government investment allowance. So cut a great light truck deal today and save thousands when your participating Ford dealer pays the sales tax.
Pilkington Brown Brothers has been serving the South East and Western District for over 100 years. Locally manufacturing windows, security doors and screens and wardrobe mirror doors with quality workmanship and service to suit you and your home. Renovating? Well, the professional team at Pilkington Brown Brothers can help you transform this into this into this, or this into this. And if you're unfortunate enough to have a broken window, call the professionals at Pilkington Brown Brothers for glass replacement. Pilkington Brown Brothers, 7 Crouch Street South, or phone them on 254 222.
259611, 259611, 259611, Pizza Hut delivery.
Any occasion, any location, for fresh piping hot pizza in 30 minutes. So when you've got a hunger only a Pizza Hut pizza can fix, call us on 259611. If you can't come to us, we'll come to you.
259611, 259611, 259611, Pizza Hut delivery.
The new Barry Mack Retrovision for competitive prices on quality brands with friendly, helpful service. Barry Mack, your locally owned electrical store, specialise in quality brands like Westinghouse, Kelvinator, Sharp, NEC, Simpson and Miller. TVs, video recorders, dryers, fridges, freezers, ovens, cooktops and more. See Bill and Barry for friendly service at the new Barry Mack Retrovision, right opposite the Town Hall clock. Try them once and you'll be back.
Right now, I feel like Thai beef in authentic peanut sauce. Laurie's cooking sauce, Thai peanut curry. I may never eat out again.
Laurie's, the source of great Thai.
And we are underway at the Ice House. In fact, we'll have to have a restart. The Pioneers and the Bayside Blues from Frankston.
Well, it went close, but there's certainly a bit of height out there.
As we said, giving away height tonight, the Pioneers going to the left of screen, predominantly red tonight. And Tony Cook, the skipper, to Jeff Hart for the Pioneers. Needs a big one tonight, Hart. Very poor performance the last game against the Adelaide Buffaloes. Hart coming up with only 9 points for the entire game.
Well, it was a good block there by Albert Springs, and he's certainly been a good player for the Bayside Blues.
Lewin for the Bayside Blues. This is Springs off number 55. Tim McQuiston, inside move, good play. Number 12 brings up the point. Stuart Lewin for the Bayside team.
And looks like they're going straight into a full court man-to-man defence.
Ricky Simpson for the Pioneers. First points tonight to Frankston. Team wanting a win tonight to get back into the 4 and cement playoff chance. Tony Cook.
Well, in this instance, they need to set a few screens because the defence is man-to-man. We've seen 2 blocks there so far from 2 attempted shots by the Pioneers, so unless they get a bit more assistance from their teammates, they're not going to get those shots away.
Reese Newsom for Bayside. To number 12, Stuart Levin, but we have a whistle. And Pioneers get the ball.
Yes, it was a blocking foul called by Wayne Maidment down there.
Jeff Sly tells me Troy Mullenberg not starting tonight. He's the big shooter for Frankston. He was injured during the week, so he's under a cloud tonight. As Jeff Hart on a drive. Rebound, Frankston, 55, Tim McQuiston. 33 is Reese Newsom, the guard for the Frankston Bayside Blues, to Albert Springs. And he goes alone, Springs, big points for Frankston. They lead at 4-zip. Opening moments, CBA action on your local station, 8 Sports. Ricky Simpson, Jason Dix, and first points for the Pioneers from Jason Dix. Newsom back for the Blues. Shortly we'll go down to Jeff Sly. He'll be talking to the injured Pioneer tonight, Ray DeWitt. DeWitt out of the side with an injury. Jeff Sly will bring us up to date on that one very shortly. Simpson. This is Howard Spencer. Over the top he goes, doesn't drop, rebounding himself that time, Spencer. Inside Dix. And too many against him. Finally, Dix gets it again. Loose ball, Pioneers, Simpson. Working hard on number 22, who is Steve Blackley. Rebound, Frankston.
Managed to get him out the way, but couldn't put the shot up from the foul line. So not like Ricky Simpson at all.
Lewin. Steal by Tony Cook. He goes up the middle. And the Pioneers level it 4-all. Opening moments. Frankston Bayside Blues to the right of screen. The Pioneers bringing up the equalising basket through the skipper, Tony Cook. Lewin. Springs. From Phoenix, Arizona. He's been with the Bayside club for 3 years. Hands foul called by Wayne Maidment. Grant Porter's the other ref tonight, and it was on Jeff Hart. Bob Corder, we might cross down to our man on the boards, Jeff Sly, talking to Ray DeWitt.
Yes, indeed, Jim. One of the reasons the Pioneers struggling for height tonight is that this man's sitting on the bench. Ray, what's the problem?
Hurt me back in a Wednesday night game in the finals, and I sort of pulled up Thursday morning a fair bit sore, and this morning it was no better, so that's the wild reason I'm here. That's as simple as that.
Ray, they've been struggling a bit with the height tonight. Any special tactics to try and combat that height difference?
I'll just make sure every time one shot's put up, everybody's got a single player, so they've got to block him out, make sure he doesn't get to the basket in front of him, and get the rebounds that way. You know, make sure we get in front position. They'll always call the foul on the guy that's coming from behind.
They are a very big team, aren't they, Frankston?
Yeah, well, I've seen so far. I mean, it's only a couple of minutes into the game. They're playing some pretty tough defence, but at the same token, we're playing some pretty tough defence at the moment too. So we have to keep that up, and hopefully at the end of the game we'll come away with a win.
And Jason Dixon to the starting 5, effectively replacing you. Can he do the job?
Yeah, Jason can do the job for sure. You know, he's proved over the last few weeks that he's settled into the side a lot better than what he had been doing earlier, and he's enjoying his basketball a bit more, and he's starting to get used to the league a bit more, and reaping the rewards of scoring a few points for us and getting a lot of rebounds now.
Now, we can't let you get away without giving a prediction. What are your thoughts?
Pioneers by 8. My number.
Thank you, Ray.
What a good judge Ray DeWitt is, unlike some other commentators I know who shall remain nameless.
Well, have to see what happens at the end of the game, Jim.
1 point. Blakely didn't get the point from the line, but it was tapped in for the Frankston side. They lead at 5-4. Jeff Hart, Tony Cook. Rebound Hart. And the Pioneers lead at 6-5. Newsom gives it off to Blackley. Springs inside McQuiston, back to Springs. They work the ball. Newsom from outside.
Looks
Big
good.
3 for Reece Newsom. Had plenty of time, Bob.
Yes, yes. Well, if you watch what the Bayside Blues are doing, they're running double screens and triple screens in some cases, so they're really working to get their player into the open to get the shot. That's one thing that the Pioneers aren't doing at the moment. They're all trying to go it alone instead of helping each other, especially just with one single screen would be all that they need just to get that shot up and over.
Coach Brown already pointing out the tactics of the game tonight, early stages. The new, the Frankston Bayside Blues lead at 8-6.
Well, you watch what's happening down that end. The Pioneers are playing a man-to-man, and you just watch the number of screens that force the Pioneers to either swap players or have to push past someone to get out to keep guarding.
McQuiston's shot is not good, and finally it's a Pioneers ball. Wade Mainman calls the foul.
Yes, foul was against Stuart Lewin there. He pushed Jason Dix out the way, I think it was.
And Pioneers bring it back. Simpson Hart. 8-6, it's Frankston leading. For 3 big ones from Jeff Hart. Newsom for Frankston. Lewin. McQuiston, big man, 204 centimetres. He's forced out by Howard Spencer, pushing.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a hit there, but anyway, gave them the ball from the side again, so it stopped the shot right along the baseline.
And that was the instruction before the game. Mark Lampshire was saying, don't let them get easy shots. If they look like going to the basket, get in the way, draw the foul.
Yes, well, I mean, that's always got to be the case. You just can't afford to let the opposition come straight in for a nice, easy shot.
Newsom. Under the basket, Springs with space, makes them pay. It's 10-9.
Well, you always run that risk like Jeff Hart there. If he had pulled off the interception, he would have been a hero. But if he misses it, well, of course, it lets his man in behind him and quite often makes an easy 2-pointer for them.
Ricky Simpson, and the foul was on number 22, Stephen Blackley. Pioneers ball. Skipper Tony Cook to bring it back. We mentioned a big cheerio to Bill Cook in our introduction tonight. Bill not too well in the Mount Gambier Hospital. He's the father of the skipper of the Pioneers, Tony Cook. So Tony will be having a big one tonight for Dad. All the best to you, Bill. Our thoughts are certainly with you. Tony Cook to Jeff Hart. He plays soccer. He's been watching the World Cup, that's for sure. And again. I don't think Wayne was watching.
No, he was a little bit lucky there. He actually ruled that the ball come off of Albert Springs' foot, but for mine, it come off of Jeff Hart's foot.
And Grant Porter makes the call. Jason Dix will go to the line. And currently the Pioneers up by 1. Not a bad start.
No, your money's looking pretty good there, Jim.
11-10. Come on, Jason. We need all these tonight. I reckon if we can convert from here, we're home. And we don't. There you are, jinxed them, Bob. Newsom for the Blues. Lewin. Hard on Dix. Dix got in the way. And number 12, Stuart Lewin for the Bayside Blues. He'll go to the charity line. And for the season, I can tell you that Lewin shooting about 54%. In fact, there's a timeout called by the Pioneers. Mark Lampshire wants to talk about it. Currently leading 11-10. Scott Mobile Pioneers up on the Frankston Bayside Blues. And before we go to Jeff Sly and back to Stephen Chute, let us remind you tonight that the best seat in the house. And there we have a shot coming up very shortly of the best seat in the house. Kate Williams has brought some kids along tonight. Andrew Cox, Khan Taylor and Ryan Williams there. They are giving you a big wave. Kate's a chaperone tonight. Andrew Cox is on her immediate left. And the other boys there, Khan Taylor and Ryan Williams. They're all from Allendale East Area School. And they're in the best seat in the house tonight, courtesy of Eddie's Discount Furniture. And they'll be drinking Coca-Cola, Bob. I know it's your favourite drink.
Yes, Jim. Certainly keeps us going there when the going gets a bit hot up here.
And at the timeouts, we've got Stephen Chute listening in to the Bayside Blues. And, of course, Jeff Sly will be listening in with a little bit of help from Ray DeWitt tonight for the Scott Mobile Pioneers. Currently leading 11-10. We've got 5:49 remaining in this, the first. And when we come back, we'll have the Blues at the line
Well, I don't think the Pioneers have been doing too badly with their defence so far. Like I said, the Bayside Blues really are running a series of screens, a few moving ones heading towards the basket, which is always a bit awkward to get around. But I think the Pioneers have done a very good job in getting around it. My only criticism of them is down in the offence, where I think they could afford to run a few screens themselves just to get some shots away.
OK, point of order on that one, Bob. I must remind you that I told you before the game off air that I watched the Pioneers train most Thursday nights, and I can tell you I watched them train last Thursday night, and they did practice those screens on the offence. But when it comes to games, they don't seem to put them in automatically into practice.
Well, there you go. You said you watched them practice it, so you let me know when you see them do it out there, and we'll be right.
Well, there was a strong emphasis on a Thursday night, so obviously Coach Lamshey is aware that that's part of the game that they have to improve on.
Right. Yes, well, certainly no arguments from me. I think it sticks out a mile tonight. We saw on the first two shots put up that they really just couldn't get the shots away because the defence player was too close.
Rebound hard, and on the fadeaway, Jeff Hart brings up 2. We go down to Jeff Sly, who's listening at the huddle.
Thank you, Jim. Yes, that timeout. Just a reminder, says Mark Lamshey, who says keep that aggression up on defence. They haven't hurt us from outside yet. Just 1 3-pointer shot by the Blues. Down the offensive end, he wants the ball in Jeff Hart's hands.
I think that makes 2 from outside now, Jeff.
Indeed it does. Shortly to Stephen Chute as Ricky Simpson charges all the way, doesn't drop. 15 on the boards now for the Blues. Was Peter Wayne. Steal by, interception by Howard Spencer, gives it up to Jeff Hart, and Hart goes hard against Bill Jones, who's on the boards. But Springs chips in, will take it away for the Blues. Bill Jones, of course, captained the 36ers in their championship year, Bob.
Yes. He's certainly a handy player, and, you know, we could do with a few more like him too.
Cook to Spencer, he's fouled, and he'll go for the extra point.
But since Howard's been here, he's certainly put in his 2 bits worth for the Pioneers and impressed quite a few people down here. So let's hope he can keep fitting in with the team and improve a little bit more.
And we'll get a look at his foul line shooting tonight and for the season. Although he's only played the 6 games previously, he shoots pretty well, nearly 90% from the line. So he'll back this one. Yes, 15-14 chance for the bonus.
I suppose the argument from there is, Jim, how often does he line up at the foul line?
And I must confess, not all that often.
Well, he's keeping his average up. That one went in.
16-14, the Pioneers lead it. And they're competitive thus far. You can't ask for much more than that. Shortly to Stephen Chute. Bill Jones. Household name in 36ers history. Number 32 is Mark Ridgway. This is Springs. Great assist, number 15, Peter Wayne. Big basket by Frankston, 16 apiece. Spencer to Simpson. Crowd not fully involved yet. Good house in again tonight. Dix, but showed too much of it to Reese. Newsom, and Newsom has the ball for the Blues from outside again. Wow, practice run for Newsom. There was no one within Cooey.
No, well, he just said, I'm going to shoot from here, guys. You all go for the rebound in case I do miss, but didn't even look like it.
And Mark Ridgway. The time the foul was on Ricky. The foul on Ridgway, and it will be a Pioneers ball.
Yes,
as we go down
one situation.
In the lull, we'll go down to Stephen Chute. Stephen, what can you tell us about the huddle, the first time out the Bayside Blues got together?
Thanks, Jim. The first time out for Bayside, they actually started in a full court trapping press. They wanted to pull that back to halfway. They felt Ricky was busting it open too often. Offensively, he wanted to run a few more screens along the baseline so they get a few more open shots. But if they keep shooting like that, the movement in offense is not going to worry him too much.
Thank you, Stephen Chute. We'll be back to you and to Jeff Sly as the night progresses. And Ricky Simpson from the line is good. 18-19, it's the Blues. Ridgway. Wayne got it off to Newsom. This is Bill Jones. Over the top of Spencer. Air ball.
Oh, yes.
Boy, the radar rusty tonight for Bill Jones.
That's right.
205 centimetres of him. Ricky Simpson. Jeff Hart. 7 points already tonight. He got 9 total against Adelaide. Pioneers went down, but only narrowly. Tony Cook, Pioneers will bring it from the side. Simpson. Howard Spencer for 3. Pioneers lead at 21-19. Big points to Spencer. Wayne went inside. Springs got it, but just. Simpson almost doing enough. Wayne comes hard at Spencer. Got between them. Good control by the big man. Here's Ricky at the top. Tony Cook will shoot this. Oh, and it thought about it. Just didn't drop for the skipper.
Just a little bit too flat.
There's plenty more where that came from. Jones, Springs. Inside, the big man gave it off to Newsom. Good play, Frankston. Obviously a set play, and it works well.
Yes, well, Newsom's just sitting out there on that three-point line, just waiting for the ball to come back out.
And he has 3 of 5 from outside, does Reece Newsom.
Yes, well, I meant on that last turnaround in the middle there, Bill Jones had control of the ball. He was inside. He probably could have done quite an easy hook, but he wanted the extra point from further out.
Ricky Simpson on the drive, and he'll get the foul. 24-23 prior to this shot from Ricky. The Bayside Blues lead it by 1. We've got 1:57 remaining in the quarter. And a good competitive start, Bob Brown, by the Pioneers.
Certainly is, Jim. As I said before, I hope I'm wrong, but, you know, it's a long way to the end of the game yet. And the way that this guy with the ball, Reece Newsom, is actually shooting the three-pointers, I think we're going to have a few problems with him.
Inside, big Bill Jones. Thank you. Allah Hakeem Olajuwon.
Who was going to out-jump him?
Well, there's a guy in the United States, but there's no one on the boards here at the moment, I can tell you. Big basket Pioneers bring it back, 26 apiece. This is Newsom. Double teaming. Got away, though. Jones at the top of the key. Gave it off. Here's Wayne. He's inside. It'll be 2. Doesn't drop. Airball. Hart. Pioneers bring it back. Cook. Been involved tonight, Tony Cook. This is Ricky. Howard Spencer. Never quite looked like it. Dick's got the rebound. Big play, Pioneers. Coming down to a minute. Ricky finds space. And sometimes quality just stands out. 28-26. Number 32, Ridgeway, inside to Springs. The boy from Arizona. Back to Ridgeway. Good move, Frankston. Looks so simple.
Yes, well, I mean, it really is simple, Jim, providing you've got the three-point shooters. I mean, if you stand a guy out there all night and crash the boards in underneath with your big men and the ball's in there and then it's flicked back out, well, most of the defence is slacked back in underneath the basket waiting for the shot to go up. So it's going to leave the outside area quite free.
And they love to shoot to this side. Howard Spencer. Optimistic, no way, get over the top that time of Peter Wayne.
Forced shot all the way.
Big long ball from Springs on the buzzer. He had to go for it, but at quarter time, it's a 1-point lead to the Blues. They lead at 29 to the Pioneers, 28. Good competitive start by the locals. We'll take a short time out. We'll be back with the second period.
We're working deals on working wheels. Deals to help you rev your business motor.
We're working great deals on Hilux Grinner. That'll make you smile. And we're dealing hard on Land Cruiser RV80. That's a steal.
Take a look around at the business survivors. There's a goodly proportion of Toyota drivers. We're working deals on working wheels. Oh, how we're dealing, Toyota.
At Versailles Home Builders, you'll receive price and quality that represents great value. You can choose your bricks and roof tiles from a huge range. Help is available for you to select and colour coordinate your home. Select from an extensive range of floor and wall tiles to enhance your bathroom. The kitchen is designed especially to suit your needs in either laminate or solid timber.
Right now, there's home and land packages available here at Montebello Drive.
Great homes from the HIA award winners.
drive around with Dr. Bernice. That ain't a real Cadillac. It's a Delta 88, spray painted black, with fake leather seats from Juarez.
This winter, don't get washed away. Save on these great winter winners, like this Hoover fully automatic washer with variable wash program, pages $7.08 weekly. This Fisher & Paykel automatic washer is a great winter winner with simplicity and smart drive design. And beat the rain with this Samsung twin tub washer at a lightning low $5.05 per week. Beat the storm with this Hoover compact dryer, a must for these wet winter months, at a super low $259.
Yes, serving is important at your Radio Electric store.
Right now, I feel like an Indian curry. And not too hot, mind you. Laurie's cooking sauce. Indian korma curry. I may never eat out again.
Laurie's, the source of great Indian.
Jason Dix went high. Tip-off Pioneers. They attack now, starting the second period, trailing by 1 at quarter time. Dix had a competitive first quarter. This is Hart. And thought about it. Good rebound, almost Spencer. Finally taken away by McQuiston for the Blues. To Blackley. This is Newsom back to Blackley. The two guards working together. The 12 is Lewin. Inside to McQuiston. Newsom.
Using plenty of time to get their shot away.
Shot clock sound. Shot by Lewin. Rebound will be Springs of the Frankston Blues. And it was all too easy. 31-28 first points. Starting the second, as they did in the first, to Frankston. Howard Spencer. Over the top. Doesn't drop Dix. Got a hand, couldn't control Blackley.
I'm still waiting for these screens, Jim.
McQuiston. And drops a big two. 33-28. Ricky Simpson. This time for you, Bob. I've got a feeling they'll pull it this time.
This time? All right.
Stay watching.
Well, they seem to be a bit back to their normal system of play where you do your own things. Oh, here we go. We've got a few going in underneath.
Has inside. McQuiston violates. Maybe that was because the screen was set.
Well, the screen was trying to get there, but McQuiston sort of had other ideas. So there you go. At least they made the attempt.
Okay, we'll quickly go down to Stephen Chute. Stephen, quarter time. What did Bill Runchie have to say?
Thanks, Jim. Bill Runchie, defensively, he wants them to go straight man, and in the words of the man himself, play it tough. He wants to put the ball, make the Pioneers put the ball to the ground and then run out as much as possible in defence. Just on Troy Mullenberg, Jim, he won't play the night. He did his ankle last Sunday in a game against Nuttawading.
So, well, that's big news. Troy Mullenberg will not take the boards tonight, according to Stephen Chute. The ankle injury is too severe. And, of course, Bob Barron, I can tell you during the week, during the VBA competition, I talked to Reece Newsom on the news tonight for Channel 8, and he was saying that the Frankston side actually beat the Geelong Supercats, of course, who are an NBL team.
Yes, and you still actually went against the Blues tonight after all of that.
Yeah, I just got a feeling the home
just
team
got that
crowd.
feeling. Oh, right, yes. Well, I always reckon the home crowd's certainly worth about 10 points here, but, you know, well, we've seen the shooting ability of the Blues, and unless we can get out and block those three-point shots, and then come up with a few better systems ourselves to get the ball away more easily so that they're just not blocked on those shots.
Simpson, hard against him was Blackley. Shot went up, didn't drop. Good rebound by Lewin.
Yes, they're going to let a fair bit of pushing and shoving going in under the basket tonight, I think. So
there's that man again.
If you want to put the shot in, you're going to have to find yourself a space like 33 Reece Newsom just did.
He has 12 points, Bob, and they've all been from outside.
Well, yes, I mean, if you practice from a particular spot and they're just going to give you the ball out there and the guard's not going to really pressure you, well, there's no excuse for missing, is there?
You called it. That's what's happening. Blackley.
I mean, here he is out on the right-hand side now, if necessary, but they're going to split their game up a bit. They're not just going to go for all three-point shots. They're going to pass it around the outside. They do an occasional drive down the middle. They do a baseline drive. I mean, they've got the height advantage. They've certainly got some speed out there, and they've got some three-point shooters.
And suddenly, I don't feel so good. 38-28.
On the other hand, I mean, we've got some good shooters too, but I really think they need to work a bit more like that. There we saw a screen set by Jason Doman, so made the shot get away. But unless we see more of that, it's very difficult to get a shot away against defence of this calibre.
And when we do get the shot away, we've got to nail it. Newsom again with space. Dick's got a hand. It'll be a Blues ball. And 38-28. Suddenly the Pioneers have got problems. We'll go down to Jeff Sly. He was listening in at quarter time. In fact, the timeout's been called. We'll still go down to Jeff.
Yes, thank you, Jim. Yeah, Mark Lampshire obviously not happy with the way his players have started that second quarter. He pulled the sub there, took Howard Spencer back onto the bench and Jason Doman on, and you notice Ricky Simpson played a bit in the forward spot there. But I'll just listen to what Mark's saying now.
Thank you, Jeff. You're doing your work for us at the huddle. Of course, Stephen Chute across on the Blues bench, and they'd be pretty happy with the start to this second term.
I would think so, Jim. As I said, they're moving the ball around very well. They're mixing their game up. They're just not relying completely on their three-point shooters. They've got the big men inside with Bill Jones in there, and of course Albert Springs. And if it doesn't work there, well, there's a couple of other small, quick players that are going to come straight down the middle. And when I say small, of course, I'm still talking about 6 foot in the old terms, but they look small from where we're sitting.
Okay, start of the second period. We started at 29-28 the Blues way, and currently it's 38-28. So they've scored 9. The Pioneers have yet to trouble the scorer.
Yes, well, as I said, you said before, they practice their screens at training, but we haven't seen too many of them set out there yet. First one up I saw tonight, Jason Doman did a good one there. Ricky Simpson put the shot up, didn't quite score off it though.
Jeff Sly.
Jim, Mark Lampshire very upset with the offence and the defence of the Pioneers there. They've switched to a 2-3 zone. They're going to stay in it for a couple of minutes. If it doesn't work, it'll be back to man-to-man.
Thank you, Jeff. Stephen Chute down on the bench for the Blues.
Yes, Jim, Bill Runchy just wants to run a few plays for Stuart Lewin to drive in and either look for the Reece Newsom shot on the outside or to dump it inside to Albert Springs or Bill Jones.
Plenty of options for the Blues, as Stephen Chute calls it. No, this is Hart.
Bit of a smack around the ears there.
Whoa, and Jeff is not happy.
Not very happy about it.
Nothing called, in fact. That's what he's not happy about, is Ridgway. Lewin. There he is. Stephen Chute called him. Plenty of space, and he drops a big 2. 40-28. And Jeff Hart still lamenting. There he is on screen with Grant Porter.
Not going to do him any good down there, Jim.
I've never seen an umpire in any game ever change a decision, Bob.
Well, actually, I have. I must admit, in basketball, that they are allowed to change their minds. If it's brought to their attention that perhaps they have made an error, they can blow the whistle again, and as long as the play hasn't gone on to the next whistle blow, they can stop it and correct their decision.
Well, Jeff Hart may have been hoping eternally, I think.
No, well, they weren't going to correct that kind of decision because there wasn't anything called.
40-28. And that, of course, was the problem for Jeff Hart. He thought there should have been. Simpson gives it to Ben Anderson, who's on. Jason Dix. Back to Anderson. Simpson. Outside shot from Ricky is short. The foul by Ridgway, and he's not happy with the call either. Wayne Maidman made it.
Well, it's going to line up Ricky Simpson for 3 shots because he was outside the 3-point line at the time he was fouled.
So here's a chance, and we said that from the line the Pioneers need to convert. So, Ricky, this is a charity for you. We need them. Currently down by 12.
That's the first one.
We might go down to Jeff Sly again very shortly to see if Ray DeWitt has got anything to add. He'd be frustratingly sitting on the bench tonight, Ray, with that back injury and watching this team struggling at the moment. Ricky gets a second.
I think Ray would be a pretty good coach too. I think that, you know, if some of his players missed any of these foul shots, he'd have them out there doing about 20 push-ups for every one they missed.
Well, he got further away, Ricky, the more foul shots he had. And the Blues bring it back, 40-30. 15 is Peter Wayne. Ridgway, Blackley. Back to Wayne, sharing it round. Shot from Ridgway from outside is precious.
Thanks very much, he says.
43-30, Jeff Sly, tell me.
Ray, what is the problem?
At the moment, we sort of just lost our way a little bit. You know, people have got their minds on something else other than the game. You know, we're worried a bit about the refereeing. We're not playing defence. We've missed a couple of shots. There's nothing really to push the panic button about, but Mark called the timeout just to settle the players down. We've got a couple of buckets now, and with a bit of luck, they'll start missing a couple of shots, and we'll pull the lead back pretty quickly.
Switch to a zone. Is that working?
Hard to tell at the moment because they've only had to play against the full zone for a couple of minutes or a couple of times. So it won't be too easy to tell for another couple more minutes to see whether it's going to work or not, and how tight we're going to play it.
Would you like to be out there?
Oh, I'd love to at the moment. It's sort of real hard sitting down watching.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes, we'd love to have Ray DeWitt out here as well. Currently 45-32, and the Blues extend the lead. Ricky Simpson is trying hard, leading from the front, the general. Howard Spencer could do more. In the paint, he does. Someone got a hand in. Good defensive work, the Blues. Jeff Hart on the hook. Spencer tried to get the tap. Good work, Pioneers. They deserve something out of this, and they get it. Wow, A for effort, if nothing else, Bob Brown.
Certainly was, but Wayne Maidman eventually found a foul in there, so called it against Bill Jones, in fact. So we'll line up Howard Spencer to the line, and with his 90% average there, we should see a couple of points.
So as we said, we need them from the charity line, if nothing else. But good offensive work by the Pioneers. This is a hard-earned point for Howard Spencer. Jeff Hart was giving plenty of support.
Well, as Stephen said earlier, I think the instructions to the Bayside Blues are that you aren't to allow any of the Pioneers players get an easy shot away. Push them all the way, play tough.
Howard Spencer, 90% from the line. For tonight, he has 1 of 1. Oh, well. No one's perfect, folks.
We've done our usual jinx bit, haven't we?
Yeah, he'll miss this for sure. There's no way Spencer will get this one. Oh, thank goodness. There you are, Bob. We've got the formula.
Yeah, you got it right now. A bit of reverse psychology or something.
33-45. That's the scoreline. And the Blues look a very competent outfit, as you'd expect from a team knocking on the door to the fore in the South Conference. Shot from outside by Peter Wayne.
Yes, but Bill Jones just tidied up. Thanks very much, he said.
And the big man, 205 centimetres of Bill Jones. Outside shot, Howard Spencer. That's warmed the crowd up a little. 47-36. It's the Blues leading the Pioneers, 5:46 remaining in the half.
Yes, when Newsom come back on and replaced Stephen Blackley.
Spencer has 2 of 2 from outside, so maybe he'll start to warm up, drop a few. Good start. Ridgway, Wayne. Back to Ridgway to share the ball. Newsom, look out, Pioneers when this man gets it. Ridgway inside, Lewin. Back out the Ridgway. They can all shoot, and they can do it even when they fall.
Yes, well, he's put 3 points in, and they're going to line him up for a bonus shot.
Big basket by Ridgway, Mark Ridgway for the Blues. 50-36 and a bonus to come. No, from the side.
Give him the side ball. Well, that's perhaps worth another 3.
Here they go again. 50-36.
Well, I lined them up on the side there because the foul was actually after the shot had left his hands, so the points counted, but they still had possession of the ball from the side.
And the Blues keep control. Ben Anderson that time violating. Wayne brings it back to Lewin.
Again, Reece Newsom on this side, just waiting for that easy shot. But,
Jones over the top of Hart. Good rebound. Jason Doman got a hand in. Hart on the pull-up to 3. Ooh, it looked good. Newsom rebound.
No one in for the rebound, though.
From 3 again, and that's his first miss from outside by Reece Newsom.
He wasn't too happy about it either.
In fact, it was his second. He has 5 of 7 from outside. Lewin, Ridgway, Newsom inside to Wayne. Plenty of opposition, and he can't find the handle, can Reece Newsom.
But they're certainly mixing it up, aren't they? They're moving the ball around inside, pushing it back outside, back inside again, then swapping sides. So it's certainly keeping the Pioneers' defence working hard to try and figure out what's going to happen next.
And Bill Jones violates again. Howard Spencer that time.
Well, brings up Bill Jones's third foul.
Obviously, from what you're saying, Bob, this would be a very hard team to defend against.
Any team that mixes up their defence like this one's mixing it up is very difficult to defend against. If you play a man-to-man, you've got to contend with all the different types of screens that they've set on us. If you go back into a zone, then you've got to be quick enough to get out to the three-point shooters. You know, and if you don't do that, well, they're just going to cut you to pieces, especially if they're hitting them.
Howard Spencer has 4 of 5 from the line. 38-50, Pioneers down by 12. We've got 4:16 remaining. Ridgway. Bill Jones. Wayne. Ridgway. Newsom. Where are the options? They'll make one. Jones, look out. Shot clock sounds. Jones drives all the way. They violate against Jones on the way, and those points will count. The big man. And for the first time tonight, Bill Jones. Reminding you again that Bill Jones is a man who captained the 36ers in their championship year, right back in 1980.
No, you got me on that one.
1986, Bob. Trivia question.
You looked it up beforehand, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Ask Jeff Sly. He did.
Well.
When you think trivia, you think Sly in this world.
I suppose.
Pioneers from the back.
I just wondered if he found out what all the distractions were that Ray DeWitt told us about before, which row they were sitting in.
No, I don't believe that, Bob. Howard Spencer. Big basket for Spencer. 14 points tonight for Howard. 40-53. Pioneers trail it. 3:34 on the clock in the half. Pioneers currently in more trouble than Jupiter in July, Bob.
And I think your money's looking pretty sick.
Underneath, big basket by Stuart Lewin.
Well, the defence has really fallen to pieces at the moment, hasn't it?
Jason Dix comes on. Jason Doman goes to the bench.
Seems to be a bit of a mix-up at the moment as to whether they're actually still playing their 3-2 zone or whether they've gone back to a man-to-man.
A little rattled. Benny Anderson. Ricky Simpson. Shoot it, Benny. Does on the second attempt. Should have gone for the first one.
No, I think he did it the right way around. The first
and Ricky's fouled by number 33, Reece Newsom.
I reckon the first one they were waiting for him. He just did that feint at the right time to get clear for the shot.
Didn't drop for Benny Anderson, but I'm delighted he did get the shot away. I'd like to see the youngsters in the team shooting some more.
Well, they're going to have to go for it. They've got nothing to lose.
Ricky Simpson from the line. Tonight he has 5 of 6. He shoots pretty well, in the 80s for the season. 41-55, Ricky, and we need this one. We can get back to 7 or 8 by half-time. We're still in the ball game. Nice basket by Ricky. 42-55. The Blues lead it. Frankston Bayside Blues. Wayne. Whoa, gave it away that time. That was an optimistic pass. And Reece Newsom not happy.
No, that's the second time the handle's fallen off for him, but I must admit the passes weren't very flat.
Peter Wayne that time was the culprit. Benny Anderson, Ricky Simpson trying desperately to lift the Pioneers. Into the paint, Ricky, and violation by Albert Springs. Ricky drew the foul. It's on Albert Springs.
Yes, I don't think there's too many doubts about that one, but Albert's not too happy about it.
I don't think you had a case, Albert. He's protesting. And he's not going to die wondering. Me, he says, come on.
I think he reckons he had his hands straight up in the air and never moved them. But,
I've never seen a game where there's more innocent offenders.
No, that's right. We can see the expressions on their face very clearly from here.
Ricky Simpson. 8 of 9 for Ricky from the line. Pioneers edge closer, 44-55. 2 minutes 28 on the clock. Wayne for the Blues. Look out, Newsom. Oh, it was all but. And the man has 6 or 5 of 8 tonight.
I think the statistician already had the score in with that one.
Yes, you'd give that 1.5, wouldn't you, if it was that close? Jeff Hart's vital basket, big play. Can they get the rebound? Newsom got there. Where were you, Ben? And drive all the way. Did enough, Ricky, just to put him off. No foul called. Ridgway, pressure from Anderson is good. Putting a hand in that time was Ben.
Yes, he was doing well to let arm come across.
And it will be a Blues ball from the side. 14 fouls against the Pioneers, 5 for the Blues. Still, Benny Anderson put him under pressure. Here he is again. Springs. Ridgway drives on Anderson. Good defense by Anderson. And put a hand in.
Put a hand in again.
But he's making them earn them, and that's fine with me.
Oh, yes, but he had him there, but he didn't have to put the hand in to foul. He blocked the way to the basket, and that's really all you got to do. If you keep between your man and the basket all the time, you don't have to worry about ripping the ball off him. Just stop him getting in close enough.
And to the line goes Stephen Blackley. First visit to the night by Blackley. No, in fact, it's not. He's missed his previous 2, and he's missed the 3rd. He has zipped for 3 from the line, and then he violates on Jeff Hart because of the one-on-one. Jeff Hart will come down the court. Well, I said if we could get within 7 or 8. We're currently down by 11. Hart
Yes,
can lower that.
That 11's been there for a while, hasn't it? What's your prediction on this, Steve? Do you reckon he can put these 2 shots in?
Well, normally, yes. We need them.
And thank you, says Jeff.
We've given up calling them from here, Steve, because every time we say yes, we'll certainly put them in, we put the jinx on him. So perhaps we'll pass down to you every time he lines up and say, OK, what do you reckon?
And the second. 46-55. The Pioneers edge back into the ballgame. 1:38 on the clock. Springs. Blackley. Big play by Blackley.
Yes, big hole straight down the middle.
Cook slows it up, thought about it. Inside Dix, came to Hart, loose ball, lucky for the Pioneers. 57-48, trading baskets at the moment. Newsom. One-on-one with Ricky Simpson, that'll be a good battle. Blackley. Good defense by Tony Cook. Howard Spencer on the break, gives it off to Hart. And a charging foul on Jeff Hart. Gee, it was an important play for the Pioneers. They're back within 9.
Certainly was. I meant that was certainly a charging foul all the way, so it was no good Jeff Hart protesting about it.
And Steve Blakely hobbles to the bench for the Blues. We'll get Stephen Chute in a moment to make a report on Steve Blackley. So the Pioneers down by 9, 53 seconds on the clock in the half. Wayne. Ridgway. On for Blackley. This is Springs. Taking their time. Wayne on Hart outside Newsom. They're getting across quicker to him. Lewin over the top of Dix. Big play by Lewin.
Well, he was inside the 10 seconds beeper, so I had to shoot it.
Howard Spencer for 3. Tap in by Hart. 50-59. They're going to turn over and get that score back to 7.
Well, it's a good backup there by Jeff Hart.
Newsom slows it down.
That's what you really need to do. If you're going to put the 3-point shots up, you need a rebounder in underneath.
The clock stops with 5 seconds remaining in the half. It will be a Blues ball. The Pioneers are not going to get closer than 9.
I think they'll be looking for just a setup here, just a pass straight out to the top for a 3-point shot.
Stephen Chute, quickly, what's wrong with Steve Blackley?
That last drive he took, he got a corky in the thigh.
Thank you, Stephen. The half-time buzzer sounds 59-50 in favour of the Frankston Bayside Blues. A big quarter by the low visitors. They led by 1 at quarter time. They've extended that to 9. Some good basketball. The Pioneers trying desperately to get back in the game. Half-time, usual, will go down to Jeff Sly, who has Mark Lampshire.
Thank you, Jim. Mark, the score blew right out there. You pulled it back to 9. You happy with that?
Yeah, reasonably happy, Jeff. The start of our second quarter was bad for us. We missed our first 7 shots, and they made 5 from 7, and we went 10 down quickly. And we had a timeout to try and change things with the zone. That didn't work. So we went back to man-to-man, and I was pleased with the full court. We decided to extend the pressure there at the end there because they were scoring just far too easily, and I think that we pulled it back a little bit, and it might be something to work on in the third quarter.
Bit of a frustration, not enough rebounders underneath.
Yeah, there's not enough talk out there at all at the moment. Jeff and Howard and they're all very quiet and all a little bit concerned about their own game rather than being concerned about the whole team. We need to just get a little bit more talk and a bit more, feeling out there amongst the players.
How do you turn that around?
Well, we just got to talk about it and remind people about it. I mean, it's pretty tough on them out there, but the concentration level needs to be there every time they're doing something, and you just need to continually remind them about what they should be thinking about. And it'll come back. They'll pick it up.
Okay, thank you.
It's going to be. I mean, they're a very tough side, and they run. They're guys coming off the bench all the time, and that. I'm just hoping that Jeff and that can start to light up, and we can get we get up with them and worry them in that last quarter.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Gee, Jeff Sly talking to us. Still a very optimistic and very analytical Mark Lampshire. We'll take a short time out, 59-50, and we'll be back with the second half.
How would you like your haircut, John?
Well, are you sure you can?
Look, no problem. If we can build your home anywhere from 12 squares to 50 squares, whether it be large or small, using a wide range of materials and quality finishes, this is easy.
What about design and features?
Clients are encouraged to choose a particular style.
Yeah, which shows in the home and land deals you're doing at Montebello Drive.
So, what do you think, John?
Hang on, what'd you do to me hair?
What, too short? I guess I got a bit carried away.
259611, 259611, 259611, Pizza Hut delivery.
Any occasion, any location, for fresh piping hot pizza in 30 minutes. So when you've got a hunger only a Pizza Hut pizza can fix, call us on 259611. If you can't come to us, we'll come to you.
259611, 259611, 259611, Pizza Hut delivery.
Get your cross lotto numbers in?
Why?
Ford light truck sales have soared, and to keep sales moving, Ford dealers will go on cutting sales tax out of every courier and econovan deal. Battery bonuses have been extended to provide the tax break truck buyers need. It's your chance to save thousands on courier and econovan. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. And don't forget, business buyers, June 30th is also your last chance to get a government investment allowance. So cut a great light truck deal today and save thousands when your participating Ford dealer pays the sales tax.
Pioneers trailed by 9. They're going to the right of screen. The Blues into attack as they did in the first and the second quarters, looking to open the scoring. Blackley is back on court after suffering a knock to the thigh just before half-time. He seems okay. There's the man in question. And he might open the scoring. Almost good defensive work. Hart did enough to put him off that time. Spencer took the rebound.
Yes, he certainly likes the straight method right down the middle.
Now the Pioneers trailing by 9. Howard Spencer opens the scoring for the half for the Pioneers. 59-52, back within 7.
And going back to a man-to-man defence, have we? Yes, looks like it.
Lewin got the ball to Blackley. Cook guarding him. McQuiston, the big man inside, Springs on Hart. Never a contest, Springs.
Got plenty of spring.
Albert, guess what his nickname is, Bob?
I can't imagine.
No
Jim.
prizes at all.
No.
No prizes at all. Albert Springs. Hard on him now. Well, getting a hand in and doing it well, Blackley, and then finally putting him down, Simpson. Springs goes to the boards. And Ricky comes back and apologises, as only Ricky would.
Foul, Ricky Simpson.
Yes, it was a foul. There wasn't an intentional one, but of course the coach there, Bill Raunchy, of course, wanted an intentional foul called because his other man was on a break to the basket with no guard anywhere near him.
So Raunchy off the bench.
But, a bit unfortunate.
Tall man himself.
Yes, well, it was a sure 2 points for them, wasn't it?
And the cleaners come on. Tony Cook assisting. Does that go on the scorecard? No, I don't think so. We might go down to Jeff Sly. He's got Ray DeWitt sitting next to him, and he'll have something wise to tell us.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jim. Ray, how do you see the game so far? What does Mark have to say at half-time?
The main thing is we have to look at the positives of what happened so far. We're only 9 points down now, and 9 points is nothing in a game of basketball. So we've played our bad basketball for this game, and it's out of the road. Hasn't done much damage. And we'll pick this back pretty easily. Now we're starting to get a few rebounds now. We're starting to get a run off of it. And things are starting to happen.
And switch to man-to-man. Switch to man-to-man to cut down the three-pointers.
Yeah, we'll switch back to man-to-man. The zone wasn't working. It makes each player responsible for one man, so we've got to get close to him. If he's getting any opportunity to shoot, we've got to get onto him really hard. So with a bit of luck, you know, a bit of luck there, put a bit of pressure on them, and I'll miss a couple of shots, except for that end.
You stick with your 8-point prediction?
Yep, I'm sticking that. And I've got to say hello to Stephen Cheek because he's so he could hear me more now.
Okay, thank you, Ray.
And we go again. Big 3 from Jeff Hart, a 2 from Tony Cook, and suddenly the margin is back respectably for the Pioneers. They trail by 7. Ray DeWitt reckons it'll be 8 our way in the end. It's got to be a 15-point turnaround, Raymond. I hope you're right. This is Blackley. This is Lewin. This is Simpson for the Pioneers. He'll slow it down, give it off to Tony Cook. Big 3 needed by the skipper. And the Pioneers back in the ball game, 64-60. And Tony Cook drops his first from outside. Newsom, margin back to 4. Bob Brown, tell me about it.
Well, I'm just watching, Jim, and hoping they can keep going with this run. Much as I'd hate to lose my money against you there, you know.
Turnover, Hart takes the intercept.
They've got a 3-on-2 here, so if he moves it round a bit, should get the shot away easily.
Rebound, Dix, we want it. Jason, he got it, couldn't keep control. It'll be a Blues ball.
Yes, well, percentage shot there. I think 3-on-2 would have been better off to pass it round a bit and make sure of it rather than just back yourself against a lot of them.
Suddenly, Bill Raunchy's got problems. He calls the timeout, 64-60 with 9 minutes remaining in the third. And suddenly, the Pioneers are back in touch, trailing by 4.
Yes, well, those 2 big 3-pointers there certainly helped.
Jeff Hart dropped 1, Tony Cook got 1, and suddenly the Pioneers are back in it. 18 points to Jeff Hart so far tonight, 16 to Howard Spencer, and 13 to Ricky Simpson. The scoreline quite different for the Blues. They share it around. Reece Newsom top scorer with 15. Albert Springs has 12, and then Jones, Lewin and Ridgway all have 9 points. And I guess that's a sign of a team that's plenty of scoring potential, Bob Brown.
That's right, Jim. That's why it's so difficult to try and contain a side like this, because they don't rely on one shooter. If you tried to shut one down, they'll just open up with someone else, and that's really the way it should be in basketball.
And they'll bring it from the backcourt, the Blues, 64-60. We'll go down quickly to Jeff Sly.
Thank you, Jim. Mark Lampshire says the Blues have a team-oriented offense, as in they'll pass it around. Just what Bob Brown was talking about. Mark Lampshire says that suits us because